And welcome to my YouTube. I'm Alan Cook, the proud owner of the Medion. The Medion, again, is the older Mona Lisa. This is the younger Mona Lisa, and this is the X-ray out of my painting of the Mona Lisa. Along with that, I want to show you real quick how this painting is also of Leonardo da Vinci's works. By you just go right over here and you just pump on this right here, and here is the Last Supper. And the Last Supper shows Mary, and it also shows Jesus. Put a mustache on Jesus and a hat, and it's the same man. Make Mary a little bit older, it's the same woman. Make Mary even younger, and it's the Mona Lisa, along with many others. If you follow my 700 YouTubes, over 4,000 images that are the same. I'm going to show you also, when you pull these down, you're going to see how this is the X-ray that's in my painting of the Mona Lisa, as you can see. Now, on top of that, to show you, is that this particular image right here, if you follow it, you can see the line coming down with a sloop nose and coming down right through here, which is exactly what's on the chest of the Mona Lisa, that when you go to do one of the pulls, which is this man with the crown. And when you lay this man up in here, this young boy, he matches the inner part. His tip of his nose is the difference between here and here, because it needs to be tilted. If I actually take this and I go over here and try to straighten it out for you, which I shouldn't have to, but all it needs is a slight little tilt, and then you put him back up. There, he fits 100%. There, you happy? Subscribe. Gotcha. Okay, now I'm going to put that right there, and I want to show you that this bear, this is a bear, okay? So if you take the Mona Lisa and you flip it upside down, people don't know this, but if you take the Mona Lisa and you flip it upside down, which is this character right here, the mountain, and do a 180, and then you see that this is a bear drinking water in the lake. That's a big bear with an eye and a nose. So out of that big bear, upside down, I've done this for a while, so I know about the big bear, okay? Okay, that's his bear right there drinking water in the lake. And then when you put him up here and you get him in here and you line this guy up, you can see how this bear fits with the zigzag of the portion of what he has here. This is only a small portion, because there's different X-rays. For instance, this is my X-ray, but this is another X-ray that was pulled different. See how there's a huge difference of missing? Well, that's what happens. You have to keep pulling to be able to see. And sometimes you pull just a hair too much, or then again, you don't pull enough. And that's why you got, 25,000 images by the time you're done of the painting. So let me go back into here. Oops. And this, whoops. This is another X-ray, in which is in it, of mine. And when you get to the writing, it actually spells out Sali right here. S-A-L-A-I. It's in some of my other YouTubes, more highlighted, better, but that is one of them. Here's another X-ray. It changes, okay, of the Mona Lisa hidden within. See how she sits, hidden in, he hides. He was a compulsive person into wanting her everywhere. And when you put this in here in the right particular area, which is almost anywhere you want to go with it, he fits he fits right here. Not of great, but he does put kind of a mustache on him, and an eye, and a mouth, and he gives his little markings and arrows. Now, if you pull this down, you can see how he spelt love. Here's an L, here's an O, okay, here's a V, and here's an E, love. And he continues writing this stuff everywhere. Over here, I'm sure there is one too. Here's a V, okay, and here's the E right here. That means there's an O, and then he used the stars as an L. Or he used this as an L, and he continues with an O, and here's another V, and another E. That's Leonardo da Vinci, okay? He's constantly doing hearts, and he's constantly doing love. Because if you take a look in the river, there's a heart here in him. And when you take a look at the heart that so happens to be in my painting, it's plastered right in the beginning of my painting in the heart. I'm looking for it. Wow, I buried it. Okay, so let's do this for you. If you take this painting, okay, and you take my other painting, this one, which is an X-ray, and you overlay the two, you'll see Leonardo da Vinci move across the room. If you follow the shade, and you'll see when it moves across, okay, when it moves across, here's a face, okay, but you have Leonardo da Vinci's face here, and you have Leonardo da Vinci's face it's very, very difficult, so hang on. I think I have to do it in reverse. Sometimes it highlights better in reverse. Yeah. Okay. His face is down here in the shadows of the clouds. Here's his face right here. Also, you can see the portion of his face of the circle. You can see the portion of his face of the circle. He continues with his work hidden within, and you can see how they line up in the river. Look at, see how this river part, this V, that goes right here. See, certain parts get highlighted better than others. I know it sounds very tricky, but you can see how this guy right here, if it was pitched on an angle like I did, just a hair, would fit a little bit better. But you're talking microscopic images. This guy's a genius. It takes you all day just to twist and turn it. And the reason why these things move, even though one flicked or not, what highlighted here like this, the image of that point may not be here. On the next move back, it may be down here that does line up. And then the other one down here, and here, and here, and here. Why? Because he doesn't make it move like a conveyor belt. He makes him shift his work. He makes it move like you see somebody moving or walking and shaking their hips. Leonardo da Vinci is an extreme tricky man. And with that to say, I wish you guys wash your hands, keep social distance, thumbs up, subscribe. You can see the face of eyes here with the crisscross, more of like a Trojan person like in the Roman days, of a strong shielded individual. Leonardo da Vinci did a lot of cartoons. He did a lot of animation. He did a lot of portraits, and he integrated all the three. So in other words, what you see as a duck, it may be a duck all right, but it may be a duck that's a snake, or a luck dragon, or a unicorn that flies with a propeller, or maybe a unicorn that flies with bicycle wheels. This man thought of everything. I've seen airplanes, I've seen rifles, I've seen guns, I've seen swords, I've seen, unfortunately, sexual innuendos, and I've seen The Last Supper looking straight down on top of a circular horseshoe looking deal. And we're talking microscopic that you cannot see with the human eye. And these images are not been false. They're 100% authentic. No deception has been ever tried to be. He tells the stories. This is a Hymen clown, and the Hymen stands for gay. It's gay rights. As people talk about the Renaissance, the Renaissance was the gay revolution by Leonardo da Vinci's standards, as far as I'm concerned. My opinion, if you were to go to San Francisco to the biggest gay party on the planet, I would say that Leonardo da Vinci would be the queen, and they would probably look pretty close to straight people compared to Leo. Leo was the king of being a diva, loving, good-hearted, caring, genius. He had the heart that beat on the outside as well as on the inside, and he had the talents of all the individuals in which we admire for the Olympics. So we're always looking for the greatest, and you got to forgive me because in a sense, if I offended anybody, I didn't mean to, but I'm going to tell you, this is a fact. What I mean by forgive me for is because I love my God. I love my God so great that he blows away Leonardo da Vinci in a heartbeat. Just like that. Gone. He's nothing compared to God. And out of that, he so happens to be admired by me so great because it's so hard on this earth to be so perfect in the way he was. He was perfect, loving, caring, talented, smart, interesting individual. And you can see the outcome right here of a long nose and eye, and he represents this strong shield of not only be a shielded like Roman person, he also integrates it to look like an owl. This man was just absolutely imaginative genius. He's got bird eyes here with a beak that he goes, and you get another. And this is only the top layer. There are trillions of these hidden innuendos in my painting. These are not been ever trying to deceive you in any sort. You can hear I'm not an actor. I may sound like I'm crazy in the sense of caring about this, but here's something for you to see also. One more thing before we go, okay? It's in here. I'm gonna put this through. Let's see. You see this V here, all in diamonds. Okay? Watch. You see that V? Okay, that's another Indu that he gives us. So you can push this on down, you move that on up, and you just find his next move. That's Leo for you. You find his next move and you know where he is. That's the way Leo is. My problem on some of the things that's taken me a while to do is that when it was shot only in 3/4 of areas, and it was not stitched together, and I've been trying to piece these things together because of my financial ability of being able to pay to have it all reshot in an x-ray. The guy didn't tell me he didn't shoot the whole darn thing, and you know, again, I didn't know the system, and now I know that, you know, I didn't get what I paid for. That's for sure. So I'm looking for a great x-ray machine, and I'm looking for the Binks truck and get it done, and bring it back and start doing the imaging after I get it out of the safe place. Anyway, with that, I want to tell you, may God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. You guys have a safe life. Wash your hands, subscribe, keep social distance. See this right here? That's a horse. You had to be extremely wealthy to own a horse back then. Here's an eye, here's the band that goes across, and here's the snout. He also makes another horse here. He also makes a side horse right here, cheek to cheek, with an eye and an eye, barely showing. Then he has another one, and he's continuously. And not only that, his man was well endowed, and so he had this type of sexual preference of attraction, and he expressed it in his painting too. And there's a lot of that I don't want to get heavy into, but may you try to figure out what I'm talking about, and I'll keep plugging away to finally get the red, white, and blue flag shining bright for you guys to know that I ain't trying to lie or cheat or deceive you. And with that, I wish you guys subscribe to help me out. And look what I just saw. You see that right here, this writing? I'm going to get into that. It looks like it spells out something big time. Anyway, may again God bless the whole world, universe, and the heavens. In Jesus' name, subscribe. Amen.